Blanchflower Stadium. This is match day 2 on Finals Day Friday of the 75th School Association Football International Board SAFL Victory Shield Tournament. Northern Ireland versus the Republic of Ireland. And thanks once again to Ireland and Blanchflower Football Club for making us very comfortable in this fantastic new stadium, named appropriately after one of our greatest sporting legends, Danny Blanchflower, captain of the 1958 World Cup quarter-finals. Today's are Ireland, goalkeeper number 1, Jason Healy, number 2, Sean McKnight, number 3, Corey O'Sullivan, number 5, Adam Healy, number 6, Freddie Turley, number 7, Doherty, number 8, Anthony Dodd, number 9, Gillian Lundberg, number 10, Natini Kaji, number 13, Sean Hill, and number 14, Luke Kelly. Other Ireland team, it goes.
Hello and welcome to our live Match Day 3 coverage from Blanchflower Stadium here in East Belfast, the home of Harland and Wolf Welders in the Northern Ireland Football League Championship, and where the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland meet in the final match for both of these two teams. The result earlier today, Scotland's victory over Wales, means that a win today for Northern Ireland would mean a three-way split with the Victory Shield. But of course the Republic of Ireland are not going to make things that easy for their neighbours. It should be an eagerly contested match, and this is how the Republic of Ireland shape up for it. It's a much changed team from their defeat on Tuesday. Raj Fazi keeps his place. Derry City's Trent Coney Doherty starts. He'll be coming up against some of his club teammates today. That should be an intriguing battle. And as you would expect, the Republic of Ireland team littered with some of the top talent from the League of Ireland. St Pat's with a particularly strong representation here for this competition. For Northern Ireland, it is 4 changes from the 1-0 win over Scotland. Jack Wilkins gets his chance in goal today. Mason Munn dropping to the bench. Bobby Harvey is back in defence, returning from injury. And Ben McGonigal and Kieran O'Hara are also offered starts. A glimpse at the subs today. The Republic of Ireland manager speaking to me before the game, Paul Assam, saying to me it's all about making sure that everybody gets minutes, and that's something he's been able to do already. They have not had the ideal week with 2 defeats from 2. They want to finish on a high, and how they would love to do it against friendly rivals in Northern Ireland. Some people have stayed around from the game earlier. A good match it was too, in which Scotland won via 2 first half goals. And they've opened the door for Sean Paul Murray's side now. And after losing on opening day, the mood in the Northern Ireland camp has certainly lifted, certainly been buoyed. Will that be reflected in what we see in terms of their performance on the pitch during these 80 minutes? Last checks from the referee, making sure all parties are happy. And Northern Ireland playing in the green and white kick us off. Republic of Ireland in their away strip of the white and green. And an early corner, won almost immediately from Northern Ireland to on paper are the away team, but they're the hosts of the tournament and they're playing in home colours, just to confuse anybody. But those are the semantics. We'll leave those to one side, but that's the formality and why you see the graphic appear as it is, just in case you're confused at all by that. The corner being readied by the blonde-haired Brandon Hamilton. Into the centre it comes. And the Republic of Ireland not able to clear their lines yet, but they are able to get gloves on it now. Jason Healy, early touch for him as he gets his team out from the back. Freddie Turley finding Mackey, and he's looking for Coney Doherty. Real live wire, part of the under-15 setup with the candy stripes. Mackey looking down the line and spotting Razi. Mackey offering support again, and he has help there from Kerr if he wants it. He's gone inside instead, and it will now be worked out to Kerr. Hamilton trying to prevent the cross, the overlapping run coming from Razi of Rovers, Shamrock Rovers, and obviously done enough to merit his inclusion again in the starting lineup for his manager here this afternoon. Only got a little touch on that. Northern Ireland clearing their lines and then some, and it's going to be O'Hara to go chasing after this one, and Healy got there just ahead of the attacker. I think the Republic of Ireland were wanting a free kick, and to be fair, quite a few people were expecting a free kick, but throw-in is the decision given. O'Hara dipping the shoulder and turning, catching a whack for his troubles. Morrison sticking a toe in, trying to win the ball back. But Paul Assam's side keeping possession in these early stages of the game as we approach the 3rd minute here. If the name sounds familiar, Paul Assam, obviously a League of Ireland legend, has had good success with the international side, the under-16s, getting their hands on this competition a couple of times in recent years. Won't be able to lay that claim this time around, but nonetheless an impressive start to life and management, I think, for him. Lovely little touch to take it round the defence, but too much on it in the end. Quick thinking from Luke Kerr. Leak slip lad looking to slip himself in, but Jack Wilkins will be most pleased that it's bread and butter stuff for him, being brought in for the final game and it being a game where you could potentially win the competition. No pressure for a goalkeeper, such fine margins for them, but an early touch on the ball will certainly keep him calm as Northern Ireland are awarded this free kick. Cormac Austin standing over this one, whipping it around the wall, and the call came from the Waterford shot stopper. Easily through for him to deal with. Mackie can come forwards here, included in the St Patrick's Athletic under-19 squad that took part in the UEFA Youth League this season, so does speak to the calibre both of that St Pat's team and also of Mackie himself, the right back, wearing the number 2 jersey, pressing the ball now. There's Ben McGonigal. Well, look to get it across there. Coney Doherty attempting to slip it through. Briggs getting a telling toe to that, just to divert it wide for the moment as the Republic of Ireland try and get a few more bodies into the centre, and they do win a throw in, so they can try and keep some of this early pressure up. Mulvihill, one of the players offering support, goes instead to Anthony Dodd. Couldn't quite place the pass. O'Hara's always trying to break away, and he shows good strength and guile. He can look after himself, O'Hara. And the ball over the top, just too far ahead of Kieran Morrison, who scored that solitary goal, the winning goal against Scotland on Tuesday. Brilliant turn from Bobby Harvey. Austin. McGonigal. Well, Hamilton wanted it left. He'll get it left now. Unable to force it back into the path of McGonigal. His run bringing about the challenge, allowing the home team to get a little higher up the park here. Hamilton, McGonigal. Got a keep ball between them, but no longer, as it's wrestled back by Naj Razi. McCluskey. Hamilton, what an eventful few days he's had. Struck the post on match day 1, had a penalty saved on match day 2. He's always worth watching. What will happen here for him this afternoon? Time will tell. His teammates are trying to gallivant forward on the far side. No change that time, however, on the run, and it's Turley, the Republic of Ireland. Freddie Turley. We've 2 Turleys on the pitch today. Fra Turley for Northern Ireland and Freddie for the Republic. Nicely brought under control. Coney Doherty able just to drop that shoulder and step around, and Fra Turley had a grip of him there under the eyes of the match official. Simple enough decision to award the free kick by referee Johnny Reid. Adam Quealy amongst those who have gone into the penalty area up from the back, scored as a sub in their defeat against Wales. He was signalling he's making that deep run. It won't come as far as him, but it's ricocheting around, and Fraterli had to stick a boot in there to prevent that being turned towards goal and being a test for Wilkins. But Northern Ireland now through Morrison trying to get up that line, and again pickpocketed. Striding run, they need to be careful here, the host, not to dangle a leg in, as Turley able to nick it away from his opposing number 7. And that'll touch back inside, and that'll allow the Zamalagi student a bit of a spin and a pass as Cormac Austin works it back to his keeper. And Sean Paul Murray's side can reset themselves again. Austin won't be rushed into passing it higher than he needs to, just seeing what's around him and going for the safer option that time. Ryan Donnelly being closely monitored and eased off it, but back in for a nibble, getting his toe on the ball. Certainly a few players on show here that have been attracting the interest of scouts, and not just from clubs in the UK and Ireland as well. Reports of people here from the Bundesliga keeping an eye on things. Dare I mention Brexit and the fact that young Irish players can't go across to the UK, so they might look elsewhere in Europe. Ball one back unfairly, according to the referee. The protest from Freddie Turley there. He was the Underage League Player of the Month for the Under-15s for the month of August in the League of Ireland. He felt as though that should have been played on. The referee took a different view. Morrison waiting for any misstep from the back as the stray pass is tidied up by Coney Doherty. And Corey O'Sullivan can quickly get the throw to the aforementioned player again. Mackey driving on and had the composure to take it inside, just almost inviting McGonigal on, but the earlier composure fading and a misplaced pass taking its place. Austin, Hamilton and McGonigal being marshalled well there by Mackey, who puts the faith in his goalkeeper. And no nonsense from Adam Quealy as he sends it up the other end. That's a good turn, and it's a good pass as well. Coney Doherty, brilliant opportunity for the Republic of Ireland here. And Bobby Harvey back in, making a crucial intervention when it mattered most. Well, it was a great bit of play by Killian Mulvihill, the Cork City youngster, with the intelligence to put that ball in behind, but Harvey read the situation. Out for a corner, in it comes, and it will be another corner that Northern Ireland now must defend. Defence splitting ball, as we can see again, and Coney Doherty ready to pull the trigger, but Harvey sliding in brilliantly and helping out his team. Not the same quality in that delivery, it must be said. McGonigal trying to charge out from the back, but Mackey can keep it and get it now to O'Sullivan. Sean Hayden. Paul Assam will be most pleased with how his team have gone about this game, dusting themselves off after defeats in the previous matches, but they've had a good spell of possession early on and trying to turn the screw as they come forward. Ireland prepared for this competition with a number of games, including a double header in Malta, which they produced 9 goals over 2 matches and 2 clean sheets, so telling of the quality that certainly is there. And they will be on the defensive here as Harvey was body checked as he tried to get in behind. Unsurprisingly, it will be Hamilton to stand over this one. O'Hara, McGonigal, McCluskey and Moore all offering themselves as outlets for this delivery. Will it be a good one? It certainly is, but it's into the midriff of the keeper, Jason Healy, who's able to comfortably gather. Mackey. Northern Ireland asking and receiving the offside decision there. Mulvihill that time just straying a little too far forward as it was played. I think they'll just be happy to see him out on the pitch again, to be fair. Mulvihill missed 9 months of football due to injury, only returning this summer. Hoping to shake off any existing cobwebs over the course of the Victory Shield. Broken for Conor Doherty here. Turley attempting to keep up with him. Easier said than done, but plenty of fight in him. It's moved along, and Northern Ireland are really working hard to win this ball back, and Austin gets it to Hamilton, and Hamilton trying to find an incisive ball. Wasn't to be that time. Hayden looking up, and Anthony Dodd was there in midfield, but instead he's gone over the top, and Conor Doherty is offside. The referee allowing play to go on as Northern Ireland now try and come up the other way, and I think it was just a case that the official didn't realise the flag had gone up, and we'll bring that back now for a free kick for Sean Paul Murray's men. Steady start to the game, but Northern Ireland haven't really been able to put the Irish keeper under too much pressure. Some of the better spells of play coming from the Republic, but early stages of this match, still a long way to go. And a reminder earlier on, Scotland's win now gives Northern Ireland an opportunity. Victory here today would mean a 3-way split of the Victory Shield. Wales, Scotland confirmed as winners. Question mark beside Northern Ireland depending on the outcome here. Adam Quealy saw Razzie running, nearly able to pick him out. Mackey's throw quickly taken, and Kerr moving it on. It popped up off the hand of Razzie. To be fair to him, I don't think he knew much about it. Mackey. Now is Razzie again, trying to shake off the challenge from Hamilton, and the delivery. Bread and butter stuff in many ways for Jack Wilkins. Bangor Academy student bowling it out, and Morrison trying to manoeuvre up the line, didn't have the room to do that. Freddie Turley finding Mackey, and again it's steady as she goes stuff really at the moment. Not quite the hammer and songs that we saw in the game before just yet, but a measured approach as it's stroked out, and the offside flag has gone up again, and the referee halts proceedings for that reason. Well, Northern Ireland are obviously keeping a line there and trying their best to prevent the run in behind. It's worked for them so far. Connie Doherty, fast player. O'Hara. Another very tight decision, it must be said. The assistant has flagged for that one as they tried to find a way through. Mulvihill making the run, and the judge, they've just straight offside. Connie Doherty trying to force it through, stabbed away in midfield by Austin Turley. Well, he's looking for a run there. He's going to make that run himself, and O'Hara's able drifting away on the far side from his man, but the cross wasn't coming in. Good bit of movement from the striker nonetheless, just trying to free himself should that delivery come his way. Northern Ireland at least able to venture a little higher up the pitch here. Morrison moving it back and receiving it again, and that's more like it from them. O'Hara arriving, and it just drops the wrong side of the post. Good passage of play. Morrison creating that opportunity, and O'Hara's dipping header just dropping the wrong way as far as he's concerned. Very good delivery into the centre. He had to generate a lot of the power there himself, O'Hara. Off target, much to the relief of the Republic of Ireland. Turley, Morrison, Northern Ireland trying to up the ante here. Low shot, Daisy Cutter down the throat of Healy. Couple of chances now for Sean Paul Murray's side in the last couple of minutes, as they appear to be settling into this game. Razzie. Turley back with Quealy again. Thought about going for a longer pass there, probably electing for the wiser option as they play it around, and Northern Ireland get the green shirts back behind the ball. Connie Doherty. Mackey. Good cross. Wilkins. Well, he wasn't sure whether to come or not. Northern Ireland glad nobody was able to reach out and get a touch on that, but they have given away a corner, and they will have to deal with the resulting pressure that corner may well bring. Well, it was a devilish ball across, wasn't it, from Mackey? It was asking for a forward to run for it. Will anyone run for that one? Well, there's your answer. It's guided into the gloves of Wilkins. And O'Hara may have a leap on him, but he's not that tall. Not able to stretch and reach it. As Dodd moves it on, Connie Doherty. Harvey has his hands full today. Mackey. Back with him again. Good shift and balance from Coney Doherty. Mackey had made the run on the right, but instead it's Razzie running on with it, bringing in Corey O'Sullivan. And a good ball played into the path of Mackey, seeing a lot of it the right back, but this time they knew what was coming. McGonigal able to get it away from him, and Hamilton just, I think, stretching as they tried to break away. Well, they've had to be patient so far, Northern Ireland. A bit of a frustrating start for them, but honours even with 24 gone at Blanchflower Stadium. Razzie. First touch was a dream, really, to bring it under control. Not able to get it across the penalty area. That challenge coming in from Cormac Austin. Now he'll try and stop it from getting beyond him. Part of the first welcome party, I guess, for this cross, which looks as though it'll be swung into the centre. No one offering short at this stage. As the ball is placed and the white jerseys descend upon the centre of the box, the header took a little touch on its way and is behind for yet another corner kick. Harvey watching that front post as the ball comes in. It was Freddie Turley that met it, but no problem for Wilkins or his defence in the end. Razzie didn't get the bearings right that time. Well, a player full of confidence. He certainly backs himself in those occasions. Just this time, not able to wrap his bit around it and aim for that far top corner. When they go in, they're wonderful, and when they don't, your fullback usually says you should have passed to him. That's how those things go. Austin. Wilkins. Now Briggs for Northern Ireland. It just bobbled up a little bit there on Donnelly, who did well to compose himself with pressure coming in from behind there. Could not afford to be robbed of the ball. Northern Ireland's coach is just determined to make sure they don't drop a little deeper out of possession here and invite pressure onto themselves. They have not seen as much of the ball as they would have hoped for. The offside flag is up again, and well, I think people are going to have an opinion on that, because that looked questionable, I think. Tony Doherty not feeling like he's getting any luck at the moment when those balls are coming his way. He's thinking he's staying onside, but anyway, Austin didn't have the room for the pass that he wanted, and the squeeze is on as such, but that's a nice ball finding Hamilton. And obviously Austin not realising there was someone in behind him, but he's atoned for that, stepping through and rolling it now to Turley, and Harvey can come forward, and this is better from Northern Ireland. Harvey, Morrison, McGonigal was there, and the challenge nipping in from behind coming from Freddie Turley. Just in those transitions, can they be more economical with the possession? Haven't really been given a sniff bar that O'Hara header. Dodd, Quealy, his captain's there to the right, but he's looking to try and send one in behind Hamilton, and he's got a player either side of him, and Raj has been penalised there. The challenge coming in, from Naj Razi has just gone against him. Nudge in the back. An eye for an eye. Well, consistency at least from officials. Not too many in there to hit. I think they're going to send the cavalry forward before they rush on things here. McCluskey and Briggs of Derry City and Linfield now join the ranks. Hamilton was thinking about that run. He's made the run, and they haven't quite got across to him. And it certainly was a cross, but just for a moment, Healy was wondering where it would end up. Ten minutes remaining of the first half, plus whatever additional time we get here at Blanchflower Stadium. And you can see just how close that cross came. As Northern Ireland try and go one better, the ball scooped through the middle of the bodies, but bouncing beyond the run of Ben McGonigal. Mackey turned over a little loosely there. Austin was asking for sympathy, but I think went down a little easy. That was the verdict of the match official too, as Mackey takes the throw. Dodd finding Razi again, and Mackey making that run that he's done tirelessly in this first half. Turley facing the wrong way, getting a little tap in the back from his namesake. Now Wilkins. Harvey keeping it alive. It just sat up a little unkindly for Morrison, who's backheeled it, and Harvey running it along the line, and in the end, decision going against him. No problems there. The ball had stayed in, but he'd nudged his opponent from behind. Simple enough free kick award for the assistant official, happening right in front of them. O'Sullivan getting away from Morrison. Coney Doherty certainly was onside. A couple of Northern Ireland players their hands up, but nothing doing there. Across the face of goal it goes, and it's a good save, a very good save indeed from Wilkins. Had to react quickly to get a foot behind that. The Republic of Ireland going close. Another warning shot fired against Northern Ireland here. It's Coney Doherty. Well, his individual offside count is quite high, but I don't know that they're all necessarily bang on the money. That one might just have been. Wilkins taking a touch and lifting it in the midfield, and Morrison just betrayed by the bounce that didn't go as calculated. Sean Hayden in between two of his teammates, but tidied up. Mackey. Oh, another sloppy ball. Morrison quickly finding O'Hara, and the numbers are forward here. O'Hara going for McGonigal. Was the better pass to the other side. Either way, a dangled foot sends it into touch, and Quilly can clear. Those are the sort of things that the Republic of Ireland don't want to try and stamp out any sort of casual play, but Northern Ireland pressing them into some mistakes. Mulvihill remonstrating, and the referee eventually agreeing. Little under 5 minutes remain of normal time in the first half. The game still waiting really to burst into life. Scoreless so far, as Coney Doherty couldn't get away from Donnelly. Donnelly back on it again, and Turley trying to tease his way through a pile of players, and he's nearly done that. Just out of play in the end. Disappointment for the Glentoran youngster. Very good dribbler. You can see his technical ability, just that time didn't have the room to operate. Donnelly, Hamilton, he just tried to peel away, and behind Donnelly was asking for a foul. Referee says no, and Mackey now moving through the bodies, and it's Austin's turn to get a boot in the way as the tempo just increases slightly here. Turley robbed of the ball. Dodd dropping the shoulder, changing direction, and bringing in Coney Doherty. And the numbers game doing the job for Northern Ireland in the end, able to combine on the young Derry City player and make sure that he didn't get a shot away. Well, that has been a pass that's been there a couple of times now. I think he's looked hungry, and he's won the ball back. Wilkins with a combination of him and the defender making the initial save, but it's converted by Killian Mulvihill, and the teenager from Glen County Limerick gets his goal. Possession cheaply given away. Coney Doherty with the shot that was initially kept out, but it was easy for the striker on the follow-up. And with a couple of minutes to go until half-time, it is Republic of Ireland 1, Northern Ireland 0. Well, we'll update that graphic in a moment. Do apologise, but confirmation: Republic of Ireland 1, Northern Ireland 0 the score here. Mulvihill scoring and Northern Ireland trying to respond as Hamilton was looking in behind. O'Hara had made the run. Turley. Connie Doherty able to move into that space again, and now Dodd launching himself up there. Great pace from him, determination to get through to the middle, and they can work it out wide here. Northern Ireland can't afford to concede another one before the break. Morrison, well, he's being pulled back there. I think Freddie Turley just took one for his team, saw that opening up, and will not complain about the yellow card that is coming his way. Look at the watch from the fourth official. We'll see in a moment what time they add on here at the end of the first half as we reach the 40-minute mark. Is there a way back into this game before the break for Northern Ireland? Hamilton, well, couldn't even reach the box, and there will be no time added on. That's why the board wasn't shown. Well, a game that Northern Ireland came into knowing what a win could bring them as they look for a three-way split of the Victory Shield, but at half-time it's all to do for them, as Mulvihill's goal gives the Republic of Ireland the advantage at half-time here at Blanchflower Stadium. And we can now bring you the highlights from this first half. And this was one of the early chances, a fantastic bit of defending from Harvey to get back in there and dispossess Coney Doherty, who's been one of the standout players of this first half. Northern Ireland creating their best chance from this move. Morrison's ball in the stretching header from O'Hara, wide of the target in the end. Some of their best play was when they were able to get the wide men involved. The cross from Hamilton nearly finding its way into that far top corner. And then this flashed across the face of goal, which was asking for someone to try and convert it. They very nearly did with that low driving shot, which Wilkins got his body behind. And the goal itself was one that will frustrate Northern Ireland. Sleeping on the ball, able to make the initial block, but Wilkins, even though he sprung quickly to his right, was not able to deny the striker Mulvihill. And his teammates, having been in a position where they've lost the last two games, find themselves in front at the break and are hoping to close out the week with a win. And they're in a good position for that at the moment. In case you missed the earlier game, incidentally, we can bring you the two goals from it now. That was Wales versus Scotland. To get the ball back, but good competitive first half. You're only one thing in his mind, and that's the delivery in, and it's a fine goal from Scotland. A brilliant header from McLeod. And Wales find themselves behind. Get away forwards here. The pass is going behind Cummings, and Cox turning and, well, has made a bit of a mess here. Babbage has blasted Scotland into a 2-goal lead. Oh dear, calamity at the back has made the team talk that bit easier for Stuart McLaren.
Second goal for Scotland.
So those were the goals that have got Scotland their place as joint winners of this year's Victory Shield alongside Wales, who they defeated. Two well-taken goals, it has to be said, from McLeod and from Babbage. Mulvihill's goal, the difference so far in this one. Some breaking news in the last hour. The Irish Football Association Board has unanimously agreed to extend the contract of Northern Ireland's senior men's international manager Ian Barraclough. They say contract negotiations are underway, so in case you missed that news in the last hour or so, Ian Barraclough extending his stay as Northern Ireland manager. Contract negotiations underway there. Now we can bring you some video footage from our host, the Irish Football Association, who have us along for the Victory Shield this week. Shortly we're going to be finding out about an amazing mental health awareness programme, but before that, let's hear about the Irish FA's JD Academy in collaboration with UEFA at Jordanstown.
The academy is allowing young players to try and develop in preparation for them get a professional career. It's given them a fantastic grounding here at Jordanstown. You know, they can see it as a pathway from 17s to 19s to the 21s, all the way up to senior level, and hopefully in a few years' time we'll see these players grow and develop within the IFA structure and be gracing Windsor Park National Stadium in a few years to come. The ability and make sure that you're one of those top players with a top attitude, because that's what's going to get you to the top.
Just to see him train every day, just bang at it every day, homeschooling, just straight at it every day is brilliant. The facilities are brilliant, all the coaches are brilliant with all the boys, and everyone's settled in well. It's just it's a good vibe around the place now, so yeah, it's good.
So after the Ahead of the Game programme, a few of us got together and we set up a mental health team. During our committee meetings we talk about what we can do to improve the mental well-being of our community. So that's our footballers, our coaches, our supporters and anybody else that's involved with Arts Rangers. Talking about their mental health and breaking that stigma so that they're not ashamed to talk about mental health, and they're not worried about talking about mental health, because this is a safe environment and we have people here that are ready to support them.
We all participated in the Ahead of the Game with the IFA, and I think that really opened everybody's eyes to just what we could do and what we could achieve, and it really sort of grew from just a quick conversation sitting in the corner to how do we move this forward and how do we actually make it beneficial to the whole club.
Sports Championship UK, along with Ahead of the Game, have linked into local football. I've met up with some of the guys just to have a chat with them. Some people go through maybe difficult circumstances, just being there available to listen, to be an ear, but also where appropriate to bring that spiritual aspect and to meet the spiritual needs in people as well along with that.
You know, I think it's very important for a club to have a mental health committee. I'd be a senior player in the club, and definitely it's helped me realise, you know, like I can look out for my teammates. I see them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, and I can notice different traits within. You know, if someone's having a bad day, I'm able to notice, you know, they're maybe not themselves. You know, I can ask just quietly or to the side, you know, just to make sure everything's okay.
We promote positive mental health at Arts Rangers by being open and honest about it and encouraging people to talk about their mental health. We have signs all around the club which remind people that it is a safe environment. You only have to ask. We have support here. We have people that are willing to talk.
It's just having, I suppose, lots of different aspects where I can be available to listen predominantly, and then maybe to pass on if they need other support.
Speaking personally, it opened my eyes. I've been involved in youth football for a lot of years and never really given mental health of the kids any thought at all. You know, you see sort of kids have bad days and kids have go into bad moods and maybe get in a bit of trouble, but you just think that's them being kids, and it's really when you do the Head of the Game, you sort of maybe look a wee bit deeper and see them. They may be having problems in school, they may be having problems at home, maybe problems with bullying, you're not just there to teach them how to play football, you're there to teach them how to be sort of young adults and how to grow, and a lot of that can be just standing and listening to their problems and helping them with things that are maybe outside of football. And I think the Ahead of the Game has really helped us do that.
I think the course has been absolutely phenomenal in the sense that it does what it says in the tin. It starts the conversation around mental health and emotional well-being. You see the visibility around mental health and emotional well-being, and you know it's a safe environment to walk into. You know it's a club that's open to have the conversation. They set up a well-being committee, they adopted a mental health policy, they fully implemented the toolkit. They've actually took the toolkit and made it about Ard Rangers to communicate to their followers and their fans on Facebook and social media. They really have embraced it.
Reach out to the IFA, to Tommy, there's loads of resources out there, and just to see where they can get started.
The club is just going from strength to strength, and I think that that's a lot to do with the Ahead of the Game campaign.
Yeah, we're here in the Pat Jennings Lounge at the National Football Stadium this morning, celebrating 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's are continuing to give back to our local clubs. They're in Northern Ireland now for 30 years, and they've been a great partner for the Irish FA and for local football throughout that time. And they're celebrating that by giving even more back to local football.
It's great to see them here today to celebrate and congratulate the 30 clubs and for the 30 years, and they're all away with their McDonald's kit that they can take back to their clubs, get the kids back out after which has been a terrible 20 months for everyone.
These awards brings it home to just what their input has been out around the country for the last 30 years. And I mean, I don't think that many players at whatever level they've managed to get to, whether it's the Irish League, the international team, that there's not many of those kids. There wouldn't be any of them that hasn't benefited from grassroots football and the input of these coaches that work in grassroots football around the country.
This is our 30th anniversary, our birthday, as 30 clubs for 30 years. McDonald's has created over 3,000 jobs with our restaurant estate, and not just that, but also our community and our involvement with charities, and none more so than our fun football programme with the Irish Football Association.
Immediately, as I say, that Andrews is in quick. Good luck to Kenny Shields' side. Northern Ireland's women in action tomorrow tea time against the Lionesses at Wembley Stadium. What an occasion that will be for his team. Incidentally, a short while ago, Northern Ireland's under-17 squad was announced for their European prelim round qualifiers. Brendan Hamilton, the left-back who is on show here today, has been named in that squad. They will face Scotland, that's at Mourneview Park on Wednesday, and also in the group with them are Italy and Albania. So a good test for Gerard Little and his team in the coming days and weeks, as Northern Ireland were sent very quickly back out for this second half. The Republic of Ireland and their manager Paul Assam heading out now, and the scoreline along the bottom, as you can see in case you've just joined us: Republic of Ireland 1, Northern Ireland 0 in this game on match day 3 here in the east side of the city of Belfast. Wales and Scotland, as you saw in the highlights playing earlier, joint winners already this competition. Northern Ireland need to overturn the deficit if they are to join them, and they will be making a change for the start of the second half as Ollie Crew comes on, the Portadown College student who plays his football with Dungannon. club teammate of Ryan Donnelly's, now an international teammate of Ryan Donnelly's too. Will they be able to respond in this second half? Time will tell. Referee making sure everybody's happy before he gets us back going again for this final half of football from the 2021 edition of the Victory Shield. And Turley looking long immediately for Coney Doherty. Harvey able to block the cross in, and possession given away. Mackey poked down the line, and people waiting in the centre. Mulvihill was one of those. Naj Razi shaping to shoot, just trying to find some sort of space, and they're asking for a handball. Big cries from the Irish contingent in and around the area there. Referee said no way. Mackey. Mulvihill. Well, it's within range, isn't it? He's trying to dink it instead for the run of Mackey in Northern Ireland. Can escape that little spell of pressure there. Hamilton, good footwork, even better vision. That's a brilliant ball. Morrison. Donnelly's outside of him, evading the challenge, relinquishing possession to Austin. Morrison. Austin, well, players are there for him. It's a packed penalty area to say the very least. Will they be able to get a cross in? Well, they'll have a corner. Harvey challenged, but Northern Ireland encouraged as they get on with it quickly. Austin's low ball sent out, and Briggs can step in and get his foot on that as Morrison has it again. Almost angles the ball in front of you and asks you to come in and make a challenge. It's a cracking ball through, it's off the crossbar. Well, dear me, it was a really good cross. O'Hara met it with a powerful header, but the crossbar to the rescue for the Republic of Ireland. Well, a tale of two headers that he has had, one either half, one wide of the post, one off the underside of the bar. Will it be third time lucky for the striker? The Republic of Ireland will be hoping not. Harvey cut out the diagonal ball only as far as Mulvihill. Dodd. O'Sullivan. And Hayden. Well, it's almost reached its intended target. It may still get back that way as it's turned around the corner from Mulvihill. And the challenge, a timely one, as Ireland can send a few players forward here and see if they can cause chaos from a header of their own. Corey O'Sullivan was the League of Ireland Player of the Year a couple of years ago at under 13 level. It's his delivery in. Dodd is trying to connect with it, and the extra little touch on it helped it towards goal, but couldn't send it through. And Dodd staying down. Play is continuing. And Fra Turley has been given the free kick. Northern Ireland's best chance of the game so far. Morrison with the trickery, trying to tease them into a challenge, and the ball was inch perfect in. Keeper beaten, but it rebounded back off the bar. Hamilton will have a little delay as he takes this, as both teams have a player treated. Turley of Northern Ireland is down, and I think it's Dodd of the Republic of Ireland after his initial attempt. Got a little flick on, but he was caught as he played it. So both teams requiring treatment. Northern Ireland bench, a few not so happy expressions. So I suppose the scoreline tells that story. A goal would quickly remedy that. Turley's fine anyway. Bit more work is required here, it would appear. And whilst we have a stoppage, I suppose it's a good time for an honourable mention to one of the coaches from the FAI, Mark Connors. He was very helpful in the preparation for this game, so I'll give Mark a mention. Not much else happening, so it's as good a time as any to acknowledge the helpfulness over the course of the week from the different associations, and it makes a commentator's life a lot easier when you're covering under 16 schoolboys, that you've lots of helpful officials to make you sound smart, or hopefully at least anyway. The good news is Dodd is back on his feet, albeit not moving so smoothly at the moment. Keep a little eye on him. I think we'll see him back on the pitch as the referee prepares for this free kick. Razi just doubling up as an official there. Didn't want them to take it a second sooner than would be permitted, so he's standing certainly a lot closer than what he's meant to. That's the point that Hamilton is making. Ball in, big call from Healy, and good strength as well shown by him, able to stay on his feet. Definitely took a wee bump on his journey there. Mackie, he's shown Hamilton a clean pair of heels. Donnelly has a great way of having such a low centre of gravity, the way he just drops his hips and somehow steps between man and ball, but the pass forward's not able to help Northern Ireland venture further forwards. Probably hear a plane in the background, can't quite see it in your picture. The city airport's just round the corner. Makes for pretty viewing from the stand, if nothing else. A bit more disruptive when you're at the other ground in this part of the city, which is the Oval, home of Glentoran, when you can't hear yourself think usually when the planes go over your head. And the referee will step in here. All a little unnecessary. And he wants a word with them. Just warning to calm down for both parties involved, Cormac Austin and Naj Razi. Hamilton straight into the wall, which I'm not so sure that was 10 yards. Morrison blocked by Coney Doherty. I think everybody's missed that one. Hamilton. O'Hara had it taken away from him. Morrison equally, and Hamilton getting more involved here, higher up the pitch as Northern Ireland try and find that equalising goal. Morrison, it was his delivery that brought about Northern Ireland's best chance. This time it just floats over heads and harmlessly out for the goal kick. Clipping that kick up towards Anthony Dodd, beaten to it this time. He'll get back in there again. He's combative, doesn't shy away from too much. Morrison, well, fleet-footed, but as clever as the initial play was, he didn't realise Dodd had telegraphed that one. 10 minutes gone in this second half, albeit with a bit of a stoppage in between times, as Crewe wins and takes the throw. Gets it back again. Turley gets it under his spell and moves it for Crewe. Haven't got much change down that side. Donnelly. Dodd wrestled away from it there. He's looking at the referee, asking a question. His teammate's able to help him out, and he's able to get back on the ball and try and put them on the front foot here. The challenge, though, a good one by Briggs as he stepped across. Well, among the players, it's had a very good week, I think, Josh Briggs. Mulvihill, Kone Doherty, Kerr working it wide. He's continued his run into the centre. All the way across it goes, and Dodd eventually blocked. Harvey getting his body in the way, and the Republic of Ireland have a corner here. Again, scary moments for Northern Ireland as they couldn't deal with that initially. Harvey helping out big time, and he'll now watch that front post. Razi to place it. Well, once coming across, and Razi will go back out there and do that again. The ball's cleared the stand, so he'll need another one sent his way. The Brian Lilly stand, incidentally, was the old stand, if you like, that was transferred across from Tillysburn Park, not too far away from here at all, to this, the new stadium. So taking a bit of the club's history with them as they move into the future. Harland and Wolf Welders, named after a club legend too. Signalling into the centre there. Brave defending from Austin. Razi getting it in, and it's nearly two. It would have been offside anyway. Mulvihill at the far post. Couldn't get a full connection. But, well, I thought they were flagging for offside. Beg your pardon. It's another corner kick. Obviously, the touch that preceded it was off a Northern Ireland's head. Well, a little bit of needle in the centre, isn't there? The referee keeping an eye as players lay down markers for one another, I guess. Nice competitive approach to the game. The quality on the cross not quite there this time, as they weren't able to ask more of Jack Wilkins. Taken short and quickly. McCluskey. Crow was closed down. Well, you can see the thinking in bringing Crow on and pushing Hamilton further up, but haven't really been able to get as much from him as they would have hoped for, not at this stage anyway. 14 minutes played in this second half. Corey O'Sullivan. Crow's header. Not as firm as he would have wished. Kerr's delivery. And Harvey again back doing a good job to clear the lines for Northern Ireland. A very difficult match for them today, no question about that. And still that goal from Killian Mulvihill. The difference between these two sides, Sean Paul Murray is going to make another change in a moment. Jay Dalzell will be coming on, but Northern Ireland defending this corner. And no touch on it at all this time, so now they can make that change. The Ards striker will be coming on. And since they're chasing a goal, who will it be comes on for? Well, the fourth official was signalling for a sub, but we're not ready to have one yet, so play goes on, and the ball nearly working its way through to Kerr there. I think it was a case of maybe the board wasn't ready in time. Either way, the referee wasn't allowing much of a stoppage. Morrison. Home fans trying to encourage Northern Ireland on as it's laid off to Turley. Couldn't get a clean strike on it. Donnelly taking it away from Connie Doherty. Crew, Hamilton. And now the break is on. Neat touch from Kerr. He's got two men over here, and he isn't able to find either of them. Connie Doherty was in a brilliant position. Now it's Morrison's turn to leave a man in his trail. Turley just starting to open up here. Good tracking back as Naj Razi makes the block, and now the change. Well, Northern Ireland's bench not too pleased because they wanted that change to happen sooner. It is still the same change, which we'll see Morrison make way and Dalzell come on. Well, he was starting to get a bit more joy, wasn't he, Morrison? Don't think he's played too badly at all, but he's the player that's coming off as they want a more out-and-out striker up there. So maybe a change in formation for Northern Ireland here as Hamilton tries to clip it in, but just lifts it into the crowd. And they've given Morrison a jacket and a pat on the back on the bench. I think he's a little disappointed to make way, but that's all the hallmarks of a good player. Who likes coming off in a game of football that you're trying to win? Who likes coming off ever? Healy. Donnelly was having his jersey pulled there. Now both dugouts were making their voices heard, both wanting the throw in. A bit more pressure maybe on the officials in this one than there have been in some of the other games. Plenty of opinions flying around. Dalzell has got the corner. Sean Hayden taking the fist bump from one of his teammates there for a good sliding challenge. Well, now with an extra striker in there, will they be able to pick either of them out? Oh dear. A little symptomatic of how the afternoon's gone for Northern Ireland after the heroics on Tuesday. It has been a little flat at times. Part of that must be, said it has to be given credit to the Republic of Ireland, but can Northern Ireland find the levels that they know they're capable of? Donnelly. Dodd stepping away from the challenge. and somehow holding off 2 men. And maybe there were other options that were easier options for Dodd. He went for the sublime pass and it didn't pay off. Looks like a tidy player all the same. Anthony Dodd. Anto, as they've been calling him all game. "20 minutes remaining in this, the final game of the Victory Shield." Squirming under the boot of O'Sullivan, he's quick enough to reach that one, and that's bending the right direction to give this young man a chance. Coney Doherty just able to knock it away from all the challenges, and then Dodd was wanting the run the other way. Lots of encouragement pouring onto the pitch from Paul Assam. Dalzell took it well in his stride, and maybe the next touch was a little heavier from him. Mackie. Rare misstep from him. O'Hara was immediately into a triangle of 3 white shirts around him. He dispossessed him, and it will be a change in a moment for the Republic of Ireland. That was a strong challenge from McCluskey. That's a good sweeping pass for Turley. Well, immediately they moved to close off any little passes that would break lines through the middle of the park. That's maybe at times that Northern Ireland have missed something a bit more like this. Dalzell turning it on, and Hamilton being taken away from it. Briggs across. Coney Doherty. Again, it was a half chance more than anything. Not able to get it on target, and force a save from Wilkins as the Republic of Ireland send on Taylor Mooney. And goal scorer Killian Mulvihill will make way. Still have Brian Moore on the bench as well, the Republic of Ireland. Another attacking option should they want to try and add to their tally. Doherty has 4 players around him, still managed to get the shot off, but was quickly closed down. And he was asking for the free kick, but the assistant actually flagging, saying that across the line it's the corner that they're going to get. A little over 15 minutes remain here, plus whatever additional time we will get. Northern Ireland, twice winners of the competition, needing 2 goals if they are to make it 3. But it is the Republic of Ireland who have had the better game this afternoon. Not that football solely based on that at the end of the day. Good running from Dalzell, the fresh legs. Hooked on by Austin, and he will take it back again. Hamilton, Crew and Hamilton now able to work the pass past Kerr. Austin being pressured to play it all the way back, and Wilkins very calm as he did that. Harvey, great overlapping run. Donnelly keeping the momentum here for Northern Ireland. Hamilton trying to get it out from underneath his feet. Came off the elbow there, but it's a corner and no more. Arm tucked in, I guess. Naj Razi getting his body in the way. Northern Ireland. Is there a lifeline in this game for them? Pushing and shoving. Brad Turley is trying to make a bit of a nuisance of himself. He's provided that run to go short. Deep delivery in off the head of Quealy, and the fans will appreciate that one because it's the closest they've come in a little while. Great purchase on it, but couldn't keep it under the bar. And we can see just how close that was again as it drops down. Donnelly, brilliant strike, but it whistled over the crossbar. Dodd. Well, that's a little physical battle there, a little feisty as well. And Dalzell just clipping the legs of O'Sullivan. Will the Republic of Ireland be able to hold on here as they lose their bearings on that kick out? Or can Northern Ireland give the home supporters something to cheer about? Harvey. Turley's moving into space and he will be able to pick that one up. Getting the wrong side of the defender from a defensive point of view is Dalzell! Oh! Agonisingly close. Quick thinking from the forward. He took that, immediately knew he wanted to get the shot away. And he was so close to making it honours even. "11 minutes to go. Will that boost the confidence of Northern Ireland? Might it prompt the Republic of Ireland to think about trying to kill this game off, because the one-goal lead is certainly not a secure one based on the last few minutes." Connie Doherty. Dodd. Quealy. Well, from one Waterford man to another. back to his keeper, and Healy. Well, some people were taking a deep breath there. He made that look rather straightforward. I think Northern Ireland are going to make another couple of changes. Indeed, McDowell, and he's one of the players looking to come on. Coney Doherty, meanwhile, laying it off, and that is no problem for Jack Wilkinson, the Northern Ireland goal. So it will be Jay McDowell and Theo McToll coming on. Ryan Donnelly is heading off now. I'm sure he's drawn a few sitters over the course of the last couple of games of his performances, and Harvey, who missed the last game through injury, makes way, so McToll will take up that position. And Jay McDowell is Northern Ireland's last hurrah in an attacking sense, I guess. It's just getting another person up there who can score. Hoping for a bit of inspiration. 9 minutes left. Time for another substitution. Adam O'Halloran, Ireland's most used player so far in the under-16 international team, keeping up the trend. Coming on for Dodd for the remaining minutes of this competition. On the ball now. Peppered with intent wide, and shot coming in and veering away from goal.
Substitutions for Northern Ireland coming, who's just come on, number 13, Jay McDowell.
Taking them on from anywhere at this stage, I think, as they
Bobby Harvey, and number 14,
try and get it, and we're just watching there. That'll be retaken. Can't kick a rolling ball there.
Ryan Donnelly.
Not often you see those done incorrectly. Razzie ending up on his backside, and with little sympathy from the officials as the balls come forward. O'Hara, there's a bit of a nudge in there, all right. Seems to have gone undetected. Crew with the throw. Dalzell battling and winning the ball. Turley, and well, the earlier offence went unnoticed, but the referee was certainly looking at that one to see Turley being pulled back. Hamilton's in there. It's off an Irish head. Freddie Turley putting it over his own bar. Northern Ireland will have the corner. Well, I wonder, are these nervy times for Paul Assam's players as they try and hold on to what will be their first victory in this year's Victory Shield. McToll, Hamilton, late runs coming in. O'Hara's touch. Well, earlier on he hit the crossbar from a very similar type of cross, but not the same type of connection this time around. Hamilton's in swinger. Probably what they need more of. People whipping crosses in, people making runs in to connect with them. They've had a bit more joy from those type of opportunities but nothing to show for it as of yet. Briggs forming a brick wall as Crow stood up against the challenge, and a challenge which the referee has decided to penalise. Austin into the final 5 minutes. Tried to do it himself and wasn't able to. Coney Doherty. There's some running in him, isn't there? One of those players that at times you feel could do with a bit more protection, because there are challenges on him that he stays up from, and then he doesn't get the decision always, but he'll get this one without question. He was clipped before the second challenge came in. So Razi composing himself before he delivers this one. Who will it be that responds and gets the all-important touch onto the goalkeeper just above the runner? And Crow will try and go through the gears and get the run, but Mackey sweeps that up rather easily. Has been impressive today, Sean Mackey. Right backs don't always get praise, but he certainly is deserving of it. They're a bit trendier now, though, aren't they, right backs, than what they used to be? You can thank Liverpool for that. Taken away from Kerr. Mooney was in and challenging, and O'Hara holding it up and getting turned, needing help to arrive, and will, I think, happily accept the throw in with the lack of options that were there with him in that initial phase. Turley forced backwards. The Republic of Ireland seeing out this game. McDowell is the guilty party, according to the assistant official. Just beyond McDowell, Coney Doherty. Razi. Now Mackey. Crow stopping the first ball. Mackey can get it in again the second time. Coney Doherty. He wants it on his right side. He's able to lay it off, and I think it was Briggs that got the block. Northern Ireland all out defence at the moment. Razi digging it out and getting it in. Taken away from Taylor Mooney. Mooney that collects it, and Mooney that got a sizable shove. No subtlety that time, maybe some tiredness and frustration creeping into the challenge, but either way, free kick. And as time counts down, is this the moment where Ireland can put the icing on the cake? Razi round the wall, but never beating the keeper. Wilkins saw that one coming a mile off. Coney Doherty he does get the free kick. Well, there's certainly positives the IFA will take from this. 14 from the JD Full-Time Academy being part of this squad, obviously a big plus. 3 minutes of added time have just been indicated by the fourth official. Razi. Mooney's in the middle. It's Coney Doherty to seal victory for the Republic of Ireland. And after suffering 2 defeats in their first 2 games, they can enjoy their moment as they clinch a win over rivals Northern Ireland. Sean Paul Murray's side were trying to push and get a late leveller, but they've had the game taken away from them, certainly now. And it's the Derry City youngster, Coney Doherty, that completes their win. Well, after Scotland did the business earlier on, it left Northern Ireland fans with something to dream about, the players with something to chase, but it wasn't to be for them today. And as it was in 2019, as Hamilton lets fly a shot in anger, stinging the palms of Healy. As it was in 2019, it is Wales and Scotland who will end as joint winners of the Victory Shield. Well, just over a minute left to play on what has ended up being a disappointing day for the hosts of the tournament. Mackey, Adam O'Halloran, back with Mackey again. He was trying to chop inside and just wasn't able to do it on this occasion. I think there was a little bit of a pullback there from Kerr, and the referee, having tried to play an advantage, found no advantage available. And there's going to be a booking here for kicking the ball away. Razi cautioned as time runs away. McDowell dipping the shoulder and bringing in McDowell. But there will be no more time left to play as the Republic of Ireland finish their campaign with a win and the same amount of points as Northern Ireland, who picked up their only win of this year's competition on Tuesday against Scotland. The full-time score here: Republic of Ireland 2, Northern Ireland 0. And we can bring you the highlights from this match. Northern Ireland going close in the first half through O'Hara, that cross coming in from Morrison, and then they wonder if they might have had a slice more luck when this delivery nearly deceived all by going in. But this player was certainly on form, wasn't he? Coney Doherty's delivery bringing about that attempt, and a very good save in the end from Wilkins. And then he was to play his part in the goal, which saw the Republic of Ireland take the lead. A little too casual at the back as he ripped possession away. His shot saved between a combination of keeper and defender, and Killian Mulvihill with the task of tucking it in from there. And if O'Hara thought he went close in the first half, this from the second will be one that replays a few times over. It could have changed the game, but it caught the crossbar, a good header. It just simply was not to be. And Ryan Donnelly, as times got more desperate, started going for something sensational, not able to keep his volley down despite his best efforts. The hosts kept on coming. Turley getting it to Dalzell, the substitute, not with enough dip on it, but a brilliant effort all the same. And O'Hara again with a chance in the middle, but that time he couldn't get the firm connection on the cross. And huff and puff as much as they like. That was the moment hearts were broken, and he could savour his moment. Trent Coney-Doherty of Derry City putting a stamp on things here. The Republic of Ireland's win sees them finish level on points with Northern Ireland, and a big congratulations to the joint winners of Wales and Scotland, who have been very impressive over the past several days. On the pitch just across to our right, the players will queue up now and get some medals. Northern Ireland are, I think, feeling a little deflated with how things have transpired in the end, but they can, I think, on reflection, be very proud of the efforts that they have produced over the course of the week in what has been a thoroughly entertaining tournament, and I hope you have enjoyed being with us for all of it. Reminder, the full-time score here: Republic of Ireland 2, Northern Ireland 0. And as we bid you farewell from the Blanchflower Stadium, we thank you once again for your company today. Bye-bye.